Hello, welcome to Accounting Hub. I'm Professor George Scarpin, PhD in Accounting, and our topic today is hypothesis testing, the proper form of hypothesis. So first of all, what is hypothesis testing? Involves drawing inference about two contrasting propositions, the hypothesis, relating to the value of one or more population parameters. The new hypothesis describes an existing theory, an alternative hypothesis, the complement of H0. We will be talking about that a little bit in more details later. Using sample data, we either reject H0 and conclude this sample data provides sufficient evidence to support H1, or fail to reject H0 and conclude the sample data does not support H1. So here we have a lot of yes and no's. That is how we work. For instance, in the US legal system, a defendant is innocent until proven guilty. So we have an H0, it's innocent. That is the standard, or there is the existing theory. The guy is innocent. Or we can reject it and then the defendant is guilty. So if evidence sample data strongly indicates the defendant is guilty, then we reject H0, not accept. Whoa. Let's change it. We reject H0. So let's move you here. Let's move you there. Very, very good. And whoops. Here, just like a live class, huh? So if evidence or sample data strongly indicates the defendant is guilty, then we reject H0. So we reject that the defendant is innocent. Note that we have not proven. In stats, we never prove anything. We indicate or strongly indicate. And then here, the formulation of two competing hypotheses. How do we do that? A very crucial step in a hypothesis test concerns the formulation of the two competing hypotheses, because the conclusion of the test depends on how the hypotheses are stated. We can have one or two tails. So one is, we use lower or greater. So if it is either lower, that is H0, or greater. So one side for each one. Left side for one, right side for other, or positive and negative, or whatever. Two tails test indicates difference in the alternative. For instance, the average grade of my students is A, so, or it's B. So anything lower or greater than B, we are rejecting the H0 that says that it is B. It is B. Okay, so H0 is equal H1, anything that is different from the left side or to the right side. In general, we follow three steps when formulating the competing hypothesis. Identify the relevant population parameter, for instance, my students. Determine whether it is one or two tail tests is equal to B, so it is a two tail test, or it is greater than 80%, so it is one tail test. Include some form of the equality sign in the new hypothesis and use the alternative hypothesis to establish a claim. It's equal, greater, lower, or any other form of equality sign, or greater and equal, or any other equality sign here. And then, summarizing, hypothesis testing always assume that H0 is true and use sample data to determine whether H1 is more likely to be true. So if nothing happens, the defendant is innocent. So H0 is true. And again, statistically, we cannot prove that H0 is true. We can only fail to reject it. We could not find any evidence that the defendant is guilty. But we cannot prove that the defendant is innocent. However, we were not able to find anything to show or to strongly suggest that the defendant is guilty. Rejecting the new hypothesis provides strong evidence in a statistical sense, and there are tons of tests to do that the new hypothesis is not true and that the alternative hypothesis is true. Therefore, what we wish to provide evidence for statistically should be identified as the alternative hypothesis. Okay, guys, easy, huh? Easy, however, the most important topic on hypothesis tests. If we have a bad hypothesis, the test will be bad, the conclusion will be bad, and everything will be bad. So everything starts with a good hypothesis. So thank you so much. Questions or comments, leave them here or email me at jscarpin@gmail.com. Have a very nice day and God bless you.